the Banyankole say, Nkunandire, when I have eaten and I'm satisfied, that's when I'm able to be fashion, to take interest in fashion. You can't take interest in fashion when you are hungry, you have no job. That's why we should, the youth should concentrate on the things which will get them out of poverty, out of ignorance, education, health, and then we can add other things, pleasure and so on later.
I think I'll move on to the next question. Okay. We have a thank you, Mzee. Thank you, Mzee, for that advice of waking up for us, the youth, for the young people, and for all of us. Spend more time thinking about Africa and our challenges. The next question is coming from Tamale Mirundi.
When you see me bringing the Natasha, the grandchildren here, I show them their wealth. This is your wealth. Those cows you saw. I got them from my grandfather. My great-grandfather, actually. My grandfather. Then my father. Now, if I don't look after them, what can my father do in heaven where he is? So the PDM is your busika. PDM is your obscawamwe. If you don't follow it up, this is the JAJJA Uganda ebalamidde. Tibanange abazukulu mu miruka sente zizo milioni ekikulu buli mwaka. You don't follow it up. My great-grandfather who saved those cows in 1893 from the rinderpest of that time and was fighting all the tribes who were trying to steal those cows. He went to heaven long ago. So, suppose I had not followed up, where would these cows be? So follow up your busika. PDM is your busika. The Myoga is your busika. All this money is yours. How can somebody, you come and touch my cows, you will see. Ntibabi ente za Museveni. Ha, bananga. Baziba batia. JAJJA azindamira ne baziba. Nzirwanako. This was the problem. So please, look, if the government was not having this program, you could blame the government. But the programs are there. So follow them up. That's what we were telling you in the campaigns. Mubanje, mulondore, okulondora. Monitor and also demand. Okay.
The next question is coming from Tamale Mirundi Jr.
Am I on? His Excellency, my name is Tamale Mirundi Jr., son to the late Tamale Mirundi Sr., your former press secretary. His Excellency, my question is, the population in Uganda, most of the population were young people. And His Excellency, you have so many old people in your government. Apart from you, the wise one, and the people like Mr. Biaruhanga who are very hardworking. His Excellency, we pray in the next government, you give more positions of authority to young people. That's our prayer. Because it is young people that understand young people. His Excellency, there are challenges that young people are going through, which even don't need the capital, they don't need the money, but understanding human behavior.
Who are those?
The young people ask His Excellency. the Gen Zs. Lastly, His Excellency, ever since, this is a kind reminder, ever since my late father passed on, I haven't got an opportunity to speak to you. I know today, His Excellency, after this session, you'll guarantee me that request. Because you have said we remind and we monitor. Thank you so much.
Okay. Now the young people, that's a very good idea from Tamale Mirundi, that we appoint young people. I like it. And we appointed them in the past. If, for instance, you see people like Anite, Evelyn Anite, I appointed her when she was in her 20s, just out of teenagers. So I would appoint them, I have no problem. But what you should be careful about, don't avoid your responsibility. Because I have told you before, don't confuse biology with ideology. You may be young, but lost in terms of what to do. And the good example were our independence leaders. All those leaders were young people, all of them, independence. Mutesa, 39 years, Obote, 35, Nechon, 28, Kakonge, 26, they were all young people. Wamwaro, what? The only one who was above 40 would have been maybe Nadiope and Jomo Kenyatta. Jomo Kenyatta in Kenya was the one in the 50s. In the whole of East Africa, they were all young people. I remember Rashid Kawawa, when he became Prime Minister of Tanzania, he was 31. But they failed. So, don't concentrate on biology. Because when you say we understand the young, they are the ones who understand the young people, that means they should understand them correctly. If they say we young people like Arsenal, and then you say because we are young we are watching Arsenal, including our minister Mvubuka, ari ku Arsenal. Nibatamanya nti obugaga buva wano, nti emirimu giva wano, you are going to be lost. So, don't spend so much time on just biology. Yes, biology is good, but please, ideology is decisive. Because when we were fighting, we were young, but we were fighting young people on the other side. There were young people on the other side, we were young people on the side. So historically speaking, you had to see which side was right. For instance, Kabaka Yeka, which was promoting Bugandaism. Even now, you get in Nkobazambogo, they are not old people. They are young people. But there are people who are saying Buganda is more important than Uganda. And me, I say Uganda is more important than Ankole, than Uganda, than Lango. It is more useful to me. So, if you are young, but disoriented, how would it help you? So young, but oriented. You should add another word. You don't just say young. Mistake makers are young people. and also old people. We get people who make mistakes when they are young. So that's my advice to you. It's good you have raised it. I have talked about it before, not just biology, but biology and ideology. Okay? Now, PPS, the son of Tamale Mirundi.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mzee, for that. I hope we're all taking note of what Mzee is saying, each one of us. He's talking to you, you, the young people, and the rest of us who are here, escorting you.
Like for instance, recently we were somewhere, and Dr. Kia must be somewhere here. He's there, Dr. Kia, who is also a former young person. He asked these young people, which are the 4 sectors where wealth and jobs are found? Nobody knew. Nobody knew. We had an audience like 40 people, 50 people. So I can tell you, whether you are young or ancient or recent or out of date, if you don't answer that question, I'm sorry for you. You are lost. Which are the 4 sectors? You don't know that. This is what I was talking about in the campaign. But they were not bothering. They don't bother to listen. So if you don't, now the other day, Mama and myself, we had. There is a very successful young boy called Basangwa in Busoga, who's doing a very good job with the poultry and eggs. And I was showing the campaign. Now, apparently, Ugandans in diaspora were watching those. Then when they saw how that Basango is getting 20 million shillings a day from eggs, the ones in UK, I said, bano balimba. Fe twamanyira obwavu. How can somebody get 20 million shillings a day? Guno musajja gulimba gwa Museveni. So they decided to come and check. They came all the way from UK. They are there in UK, bakola cheyo. For one tukola sente bali eri mu cheyo. Sente ziriwa. Bazireka wano. So they came, and they were shocked to find Basango in Kamuri earning 20 million shillings a day. So if you don't solve that disorientation, whether you are young or ancient or what, you are lost.
Thank you, Mzee, so much. The third question is from Pamela Ankunda.
Thank you, Mzee, for this opportunity once again, and congratulations on the recent victory at the elections. Mzee and Mama, thank you so much again for overhauling the education system in Uganda, the curriculum. I think we are seeing a better interaction with the students, the learners, and the parents. And thank you also for focusing on the vocational skills that our children are getting. My key question is, those who graduate from these very many skilling centers that you've put across the country.
Speak loudly.
The very many young children that are graduating from the different vocational schools around the country, the skilling centers around the country that you've put.
From which schools?
Vocational schools.
Yes.
And the skilling centers. is there particular funding that can be proposed to support them, to support their innovations and their startup ventures?
Yes, there is already a fund. First of all, there is the Innovation Fund in the Ministry of Science and Technology. Then, recently, I started a fund for the graduates of the skilling hubs, my skilling hubs. So that those funds can be expanded. And the one of the skilling hubs is district-based. Because we try to put these funds near the people, not very far, not Kampala, so those funds they are there, but they can be expanded for taking advantage of skills to create wealth and jobs, and for the ones who have got, and that's how the man of Emyoga. Emyoga is actually about that. Emyoga means skills. But again, the problem is that you don't bother to understand and follow up and see how you come in, and even if there are weaknesses, you fight them locally there.
Mama, might you have anything to add to that?
Yes, I'd like to begin by, first of all, thanking all of you, because I think it's very important that we're beginning to have big numbers of young Ugandans who are, first of all, proud of being Ugandan. Seeing you here concerned to have time to speak to the president or listen to him is a blessing for Uganda as a country. Because Africa has failed to develop because it always looks to other countries to develop it, to change it, to fund it, to do things for Africa. That's why you see many of our young people dying on the seas, trying to go abroad to look for jobs. And you know we have jobs here. That's what the president was talking about. Africans have always been so ashamed of being African. So for me, I think we now must begin to celebrate, to see young Ugandans really proud of being Ugandan. That's the first point I wanted to say to you. Because all other things will come from us knowing that Uganda depends on us to develop, to change, to have our own products, to be ourselves. When you see Ugandans trying to have blonde hair, you know there is a problem with a character. And I believe, and I know that there are some of you who have changed your hair color to blonde, to brown, to whatever. I just think that I want you to know.
Mama, I would like to, just before you continue, move on from that point, I'd like you to know that the young people here, especially the girls, the ladies, made an effort to really come African this time round for you and Mzee. And when Mzee comes back, we'll tell him, because the last time I think he was a bit sad to see all the you know, the way the young people, their hair and so on, especially the girls. So now to honor you and Mzee, we have really come out as Ugandans. So
I must thank you. Honestly, I thank you, and I must say I'm proud of you. That's what I said out of there. Because watching our campaign went the way it did because most Ugandans wanted to make a point that they are proud to be Ugandan.
Amen.
And they wanted their country to remain and to grow and to develop, and they wanted to vote for the government they want themselves and win. And they won, which is something we must be proud of. So, going to the question now, having a new curriculum that you see many people are talking about, that has changed their way of learning. Our young people now enjoy being in school, being in class, asking questions, doing their own projects that say that they enjoy what they are learning and they want to learn and speak for themselves. And teachers are becoming facilitators of education, but not just to feed children like chicken feed their young. Our children now want to ask questions, their own questions. They want to show that they have their own attitude, they have their own opinion. And I think that is something that really shows that Uganda is changing for the better. Because the Bible says that education that comes from worldly philosophies bring captivity. And Christian philosophies bring liberty. When you are liberated as a person, then you can liberate your country. But the education we had from colonial people who were in Africa brought the education that really just made us captive of those countries. And even their education was what we worshipped. We wanted to be who they are. We wanted indeed to, their sports become our sport. So whatever they want is what we must do. But now, Uganda and a new curriculum is bringing real liberation, and Ugandan children are becoming true Ugandans. That's why you are here, I believe. That's why you care to ask questions about tomorrow. What are we going to do about tomorrow? So, I want you to know that the skills that the children are getting now, if they are really looking forward to providing a service to their people, they will be able to do it. And so he was just, and throughout the whole campaign, he was talking about how the young people will have more fun. You also learn to become proud of where children, where you are born, where you come from, but you are not proud of that. The government is trying to invest money in the young people's programs, but you must be disciplined, you must be selfless, and you must be forward-looking and confident that you can do it, that you can become yourself. Money, I was just talking to Mzee about our budget in 1986. Do you know what our budget was? 5 billion. 5 billion. That was the national budget of Uganda. Today, Mzee, you can tell me.
70 trillion. 70,000 billion.
So, things can't just happen all at a go. But if we are striving to see that our nation will change and we will all become proud right here, beginning with our families, with our communities, and we look at each other as Ugandans and hold hands to work together and stop looking at each tribes and religions and I don't know what, those things that divide us. If we look at each other as Ugandans, and Uganda will be unstoppable.
Amen.
So, just to go back to your question, the money is there. If now there is money for those who are looking for it, if they really want to develop their skills. And I'm sure you had some of the children who were giving testimonies during the campaign, where they came from, how they had got out of school, how they got a chance. Employ others. Many of them are talking about mother's womb. God knew you. And God knows you by name. And He has a purpose for your life. If you care to find out what God's purpose for your life is, God's hand will guide you along, and you find you can't fail to do what you really aspire to do. So those skills, they will facilitate what the children of Uganda want to do, and I have no doubt in my mind that the funding is there, and it will continue to come, and those who are prepared to be disciplined in their lives and to look for what they want and pray also, they will fulfill their destiny. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you so much for that. Now we have our fourth question is from Maurice Mujisha.
Thank you very much, Natasha, Your Excellency, President Museveni and Mama. It's an honor to join you for this ranch edition. And Natasha, I want to thank you for bringing us to the ranch. Your Excellency, speaking for myself, I represent Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, and I come from Chisoro, and speaking for myself and my brother, Don Wanyama, we don't have these cows in our area. Don is from Bugisu and I'm from Kisoro. So this for us is always an honor, whenever we can. And so we thank you.
$500K, $650K.
2 shops, 2 prices. On JAJJA, all prices in one place.
Why stress offline? Buy, sell, use. JAJJA.
This program contains content that may not be suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is advised.
Is ordering your stock from China, Turkey, and Dubai stressing you so much? Is it taking you months and months for you to get your stock? Just 1, 2, 3 and trade like a boss you are. 1. Talk to Iran Global Logistics on 0740 152 331. 2. Let us know whether it's sourcing or sending money to a supplier that you would want. 3. Enjoy our unmatched customer service. Trade like a boss with Ryan Global Logistics. Find us at Nabugabo Street, BBC Building, room N412. Call us on +256 740 152 331 or +86 180 723 935 15 or +86 132 502 15685 or visit our website on www.rangloballogistics.biz. Rand Global Air Express Cargo. We move anything, anywhere.
Punda Limited yakuletedde omwoleso ogutuumiddwa The Taste of Uganda Agro Trade Exhibition 2026 okuva ennaku z'omwezi 18 paka nga 19 June ku Goldsmith Center e London. Mwoleso gwa bannamakolero bannayuganda wamu n'abatunda ebirime naddala ebyongeddwako omutindo. Kiyite Agro Processing Sector nga gugenda kuyamba bannayuganda abo okusisinkana abaguzi, distributors, investors n'abantu ssekinnoomu okuva mu Bungereza ne mu nsi endala eza Europe. Kuno si kugenda bugenzi kwolesa wabula okubeera nga Punda Limited ekuyamba okusisinkana abantu bano ne mwogeraganya ku ngeri gy'osobola okubeera nti ky'ojja Uganda okifunira akatale mu nsi z'abazungu. Nkujjukiza nti omwoleso guno gwakubeerawo nga 18 paka nga 19 June omwaka guno mu London. Okwewandiisa osobola okugenda ku Eventbrite oba okukyalira omutimbagano gwa pundalimited.com. Okumanya ebisingawo weereza WhatsApp ku nnamba y'Ebungereza oba okuba ku y'Uganda. Punda Limited ebaleetera the first edition Air Taste of Uganda Agro Trade Exhibition 2026.
Luzungu kale kazungu tujikole sawa namba luzungu.
Luzungu tugenda muza kujira kutoka ntoku nimbuzi ndi hapo ala bora babbi abakyala.
Wezo omuyomba enyembuto katonda yekyembuto genda wegiwaminge
yabaweereza buno bukeeke obutini
singa baabumutwale bamumusonseka mu kamwa bwonna n'abufulumiza mu nnyindo
kibwa alina guno omuggo gwa musa wayitista bibiyamu detergent
waliwo wanangali eboda y'akasajja kasendi kalimba bannange esendi bannange kigere kumbata bwera bwebityo omukole ebbali si bulumi bwabbwa nti oteekako eddagala n'owona
aleese omukazi gwe baamuwa sigweko omukazi oli omuvubuka atunga namulangira adijukira waŋŋamba we yaleeta yanko biko ne mulangira ne muko ogenda opimapima kasuku oyagala mmutta nga tewamuwa kanzu ye
Pazi yoyo beba bampima eriru mu kiri ekisiibo waliwo abampima